Welcome to Courage, Wisdom, Power, where the bit we made beginning of the month came true. Welcome to spooky season, the last episode of the month. This is the
last episode of the freaking show.
The last episode of the freaking show, and then we're blowing it up now. We're
pretty much did. We are, though.
We're gonna keep going. It's just
we're blowing it up.
We're doing it different. We're changing things. We're mixing things up.
Goodbye, seasons.
Goodbye, seasons. Hello.
Hello, Henry Yap Master.
Hello, Christian Yap about whatever game you played for 2 hours and only 2 hours.
What game did I play for 2 hours?
A few?
Like what?
I don't know. I feel like for a while there it was like, yeah, I played Assassin's Creed. I played that for like 2 hours. Oh, yeah.
I played Okami for like 30 minutes last night.
Yeah, there you go. There's your topic. I played Okami for 30 minutes. Here's my opinion on the entire game.
Painting thing for some reason because my controllers are old.
What version is it?
The PS2 version.
Why not the Wii one?
Because I don't have the Wii version.
Fine.
I don't have the PS2 version either.
Then why did you pick the PS2 version?
I don't know, because I already had it on there.
Oh, fine.
The ROM said Ogami.
Ogami. Wild.
I mean, sorry, I misnamed my legally backed up ROM Ogami.
Yeah, you did.
I mislabeled my legally backed up ROM Ogami. Sorry, I don't know what I was cooking on there, but
you were cooking something. This is the Christian Gaming Podcast, where our mission statement is to have the courage to stand up for the faith, the wisdom to speak God's word, and the power to live for the Lord in everything we do. And just by listening, you are furthering that goal we set out to reach. I'm Henry Nightingale. Who are you?
This is the last time we're going to be able to do this, so I was just relishing, you know.
Is it?
Yeah, we're not doing scripted anymore.
Well, we'll still do an intro. We're probably still going to do a scripted.
We're doing unscripted intros.
I like scripted intros.
We're doing unscripted intros.
Why? That's so
So I was relishing.
We're not gonna... Okay, fine.
Relishing my homemade relish.
You can relish in whatever it is you're relishing.
My hot dog of relishness.
Okay, what's your name?
Christian Relish Martin.
There you go. This season is the final theme season before a total shift in how we do things. And the theme is Season 1 Remake, where we're taking on topics we did in the beginning of the show, but with wiser minds and humbler hearts. Hopefully.
If you're watching this now, you need help. Go back to the beginning.
This is the final episode of Season 1 Remake. After this, the show's not over. That's not what's going on.
That's a lie, because we're going to freaking drop our stupid one.
What stupid one?
A retrospective.
Oh, the retrospectives. Yeah, we'll still be doing like the console ones. But
when is that gonna drop?
When we have the time to record it.
Well, how many episodes do we have recorded right now?
2.
Yeah, because we did the Wii one already, and then we did
Gen 7, which I posted early, and then we also did Gen 1
Gen
and 2.
7 was poop.
Gen 7 was great, but we did...
I'm not ready to do Gen 6, bro.
Nobody is. Nobody's ready for that. That's going to be insane, dude. Gen 6 and Gen 5. Both of those are going to be crazy.
I don't know about Gen 5, bro.
I think Gen 5.
I don't have that much to talk about on Gen 5, bro.
Nintendo 64, PS1, Dreamcast, right?
Hey, yo, you forgot something.
What?
How dare you? Sega
Saturn. Because they had 2 consoles.
The Dreamcast is part of the 6th gen, bro.
That is true. It was the first of the 6th gen. There we go.
You can't freaking forget about the Saturn just because it's bad.
You're right. I cannot forget about the Saturn just because it's bad. I have to be honest about that. Anyways, this is the last official episode of Season 1 Remake, not counting the console retrospectives. We'll be discussing spooky games, because it's spooky time now, and the conviction behind them with some general recommendations at the end, too. I tried to narrow down the recommendations at the end to games that you could play in this last week before Halloween, so you can really... Like, we're lucky enough that this last Sunday of Halloween that this last episode's going to drop on is, like, a week before Halloween.
I have a very big admittance to make.
What's that?
I have not played a horror game all month.
How dare you?
I don't play horror games, so...
Have you played anything with a spooky vibe? Because we will be talking about, like, there's a difference between horror and spooky. There's a difference.
Mario 64 co-op.
Yes.
I've never got the spookiness to that game, so.
Yeah, I know. That every copy is unique.
Well, no, I just grew up with it, so I didn't find it scary.
Yeah,
the graphics, though, they're scary.
The piano, it's so scary.
Let's be real, guys. That piano is terrifying.
The ghost at the end of that one level from 3D Land. Oh my
Luigi's
goodness.
Mansion,
Uh,
where he
how,
hangs himself.
where he hangs himself. Oh my goodness.
Are you scared? Are you
I'm
guys
so
scared
scared.
of your fans yet?
Yeah. Yeah, this is
And then at the end, we get to talk about how you should fear the Lord.
yeah.
Happy Halloween.
And we're going to try our best to do
And then
that.
I'm gonna do it
Right.
because Henry will screw it up like he did last time.
I did get told by my mom specifically that I got it wrong. Because she is a person who has a fear of heights, and she was like, "Am I sinning for fearing heights?" And I was like,
Dude, what I want to go back and say that you said you should. It's a bad thing to fear anything because the only
"Uh-huh."
thing you should fear is God.
That
That's
was
what you said.
that was season 2, so that one's still up. Is the thing like that one's still up, which is not good.
Take it down.
I
Just delete that part.
that was like the main crux of the episode. I might
I didn't watch that episode. I
I,
just know. I've just heard.
Yeah. Anyways, first of all, we got to start with some scripture. This is the same passages that we brought up in the first episode of season 1 remake. Well, technically the second one, but the first like remake episode, the demonic imagery one. This is the passage, food offered titles. For anyone who did not watch that episode, here it is again. For anyone who did watch that episode, here it is again. It's God's word. Don't get tired of it. Romans 14:21 through 23. It is good not to eat meat or drink wine or do anything that causes your brother to stumble. The faith that you have, keep between yourself and God. Blessed is the one who has no reason to pass judgment on himself for what he approves, but whoever has doubts is condemned if he eats, because the eating is not from faith, for whatever does not proceed from faith is sin. 1 Corinthians 8, full chapter. Now concerning food offered titles, we know that all of us possess knowledge. This knowledge puffs up, but love builds up. If anyone imagines that he knows something, he does not yet know as he ought to know. But if anyone loves God, he is known by God. Therefore, as to the eating of food offered to idols, we know that an idol has no real existence, and that there is no God but one. For although there may be so-called gods in heaven or on earth, as indeed there are many gods and many lords, yet for us there is one God, the Father, from whom are all things and for whom we exist, and one Lord, Jesus Christ, through whom are all things and through whom we exist. However, not all possess this knowledge, but some, through former association with idols, eat food as really offered to an idol, and their conscience, being weak, is defiled. Food will not commend us to God. We are no worse off if we do not eat, and no better off if we do, but take care that this right of yours does not somehow become a stumbling block to the weak. For if anyone sees you who have knowledge eating in an idol's temple, will he not be encouraged if his conscience is weak to eat food offered to idols? And so by your knowledge this weak person has destroyed the brother for whom Christ died. Thus, sinning against your brothers and wounding their conscience when it is weak, you sin against Christ. Therefore, if food makes my brother stumble, I will never eat meat lest I make my brother stumble. So why the heck am I talking about food right now when we're talking about video games? So this passage is one of my favorite ones because it's speaking specifically on conviction and on conviction of the things you consume. So what it says about it is it's not saying like, okay, yeah, fully avoid these things. It's not saying that. What it's saying is if you understand that this is not real and you understand this is not going to damage your faith, go ahead. But if it does damage your faith in any way and you do feel convicted about it, do not mess with it. Just stay away from it. Yeah, you might be fine, but in your messing with that, you are chasing towards something that you know is going to damage you or that you feel is going to damage you. And that's showing something else about your heart. And it also makes clear, like, when it comes to things that damage other people's faiths, things you consume that damage others, if that's so, then just don't bring about those things around those people. So with horror games specifically, and spooky games in general, just in general.
Spoopy games.
Spoopy games, because we're going to be cringe millennial today. Spooky.
I love it.
Yeah, it's great. Spooky games with spooky vibes. Some people feel really, really weird about that. It does, like, they do feel conviction. They're like, I don't want to mess with that. Some people even, like, have been, like, in the world of witchcraft or in the world of, like, Satanism. And, like, when they get out of that and they see spooky stuff, they're like, oh, I gotta stay away from that because that just is too much like
Just
real
too
life.
scary, yeah.
It's too scary. Not too scary. It's just that's too much like my past. That's too much like what I've interacted with. And then also sometimes it's just somebody's like, it's too scary. I don't like that. Okay, that's totally fine.
Imagine being a weenie. Yeah.
Imagine being a weenie. I'm a weenie.
Henry's a weenie.
I'm a weenie. I'm a weenie hut junior, bro. It's crazy.
Bro was playing. Bro had to turn off
on
Mario
stream.
Galaxy when he got to that one level with the sky trees, bro.
Oh yeah, no, that was too much. I had to burn my copy, just get the demons out of my house. Yeah.
Henry's burned multiple copies of the games just because.
Yes.
It's just too much.
Absolutely, I've absolutely done that. I did claim I want to do that to certain games in season 1. That was stupid.
Which one did you want to burn?
I don't remember. I really don't remember, but it was something that like did not deserve it whatsoever. May have been Silent Hill. I'm
gonna burn it.
I really hope, I really am thankful that I actually took the time to understand what Silent Hill is after that.
Bro, so you're not gonna burn it?
Yeah, I'm not gonna burn Silent Hill. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that. Okay. So, first thing we're gonna go over. First of all, what's a spooky game? That's something that I should make clear here. I gotta make that clear before anything else.
Something that makes you poop your pants.
That's horror. Horror is it's trying to scare you. Horror is it's trying to scare you, and it's setting a certain vibe that is to make you feel uncomfy and want to poop your pants.
So I'm not pooping my pants?
Spooky games can include horror, but are more about the vibes.
So I'm not pooping my pants?
Probably not.
Dang
Spooky games include things that just have the atmosphere is like, oh, it's monsters, it's haunted, or it's like, yeah, so that would include, which I'll bring these up later on, stuff like Luigi's Mansion and Castlevania, which aren't horror games, but they have the
spooky, scary skeletons that shiver down your spine.
They have the atmosphere, and it's about the atmosphere and the vibe more than trying to get you to poop your pants.
I don't know, man. Luigi's Mansion is pretty scary.
Dude, he hung himself in that one part, I think, maybe, or it was a graphical glitch. It was probably graphical.
No, it was not.
It was not? Are you sure? Bro, have you seen the original death screen for Luigi's Mansion?
Yeah, the beta one that looks stupid.
Where he's got the droopy face.
And yeah, it looks dumb.
It's so disturbing. I'm like, nah, it's just...
No, it's stupid.
It's just stupid. It's a bad... It was cut because it wasn't good. Okay, so yeah, that's what a spooky game is. So, this is the main part of the episode here that we're about to get into. Personal preference and conviction on spooky games. I'll start off. My conviction is I don't think it's a great idea to chase after things that are going to scare you. That is my main conviction. The horror games that I do like I like because of their theming and because of the overall the atmosphere and the theming of it and the message of it. You
don't like things that scare you?
I'm not trying to seek out things that scare me. I'll play something that does, and I'll watch something that does, but I'm not actively trying to find something just to get scared. Because I do get scared easily.
Then you cry.
Weenie Hut Jr. I get scared easily.
You got scared of Weenie Hut Juniors.
Weenie Hut Juniors scared me specifically now. I admit that I am a person who gets scared easily. Not as easily as other people. I do have a little bit of a tolerance. Jump scares don't get me as much because and let me quote Scott the Waz real quick. They're the fart joke of horror. It's that I could not say it any better than myself. Jump scares are the fart joke of horror. I love me some psychological horror, the stuff that makes you think deep. That's good. That's good stuff because I like thinking about deep stuff like that. And yeah, my overall conviction is just why would I go after something that I feel would make me feel unsafe, make me feel scared, and make me feel anxious? Why would I go after those things? Those are not things that I want to chase after. What I do want to go after is things that make me think, things that make me, just things that make me think, things that make me understand the world a little better. And so yeah, that's where I am with my conviction. My preference is I like the vibes. I've always liked the vibes. I have always been a person who Halloween vibes are my thing. Like, what's it? I'm trying to think of, like, what caused that. But, like, I watched a lot of movies as a kid and shows as a kid that were, like, spooky vibes, but not horror. So, like, let's think, like, Gravity Falls. Like, that's a spooky show, but it's not a horror show. Or the two dark fantasy Muppet movies, Dark Crystal and The Labyrinth. Those classics in my book, absolute classics. A Nightmare Before Christmas, later on Over the Garden Wall would become one of those. Just overall, like, oh, and then also I was raised on Harry Potter. I just lost like half our listeners just by saying that, I think.
Get out of here, bro.
I think I just
leave. You need to leave now.
I think I just lost like a lot of people for saying like, yeah, I was raised on Harry Potter.
That was before all the freaking atrocious things that were said.
I mean, some of the things she said were kind of valid, but then some of the things are stupid. Like, you know, wizards pooped outside and then made it go invisible before toilets existed. We didn't need to know that. Ron had special time in his room frequently and was addicted to it. We didn't need to know that. Nobody needed to know that. Did anybody really need to know that? No. What else is there? There was Hermione is black and in a wheelchair. No, what? The character you describe as having pasty skin and running around in the books? Excuse me?
Yeah, bro.
Okay, cool. All right. Anyways, yeah, and then also, you know, she's got black mold in her house. Anyways, Christian, what do you got?
Like for my conviction?
Conviction and preference, because I know it's different from me. I know that.
I like games that make me poop my pants.
You just told me before we recorded that you have played like a handful.
Yeah, but the games that I have played made me poop my pants.
Okay.
Like the first horror game I ever played was Dead Space 2.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I remember that.
And that made me poop my pants.
Uh-huh.
Like
okay.
the jump scares in that. There were so many fart jokes in that, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah. Did you ever get to the eyeball scene, bro?
Yes.
Oh.
I was like 14.
Holy moly, dude.
Remember? You don't remember me buying that?
I do remember you buying it, but I didn't remember how far you got into it.
I got pretty far. I played it on PS3 like a cool
Yeah.
kid back in 2018 on the PS3.
Uh-huh. PS3 in 2018. Okay, so you like games that make you poop your pants.
The other horror game I played is Resident Evil Biohazard.
Yeah.
Played that all the way through.
You've told me multiple times I need to play Biohazard.
I'll let you borrow it.
I'll play it eventually. I'll get to it.
I played Village for a little bit. Do I still have Village?
Do you? I thought you did.
I'm checking because now I want to put that in my Xbox.
There you go.
Install it.
There's your spooky game of the month right there. That's it.
But no, that's my horror game now.
That's your game.
I'll get back to you guys on that one.
Uh-huh. I still gotta figure out which one I'm gonna be playing, because I only have a week now, so I gotta pick a shorter one, which is not hard to do, because most horror games are very short.
Last time I tried to play this game, I played it on the fat Xbox One and it ran like crap.
Oh, jeez.
I think that's why I stopped playing.
So, yeah, as you can hear, we have very different conviction and taste for this. He's totally cool with seeking out things that make him poop his pants. I don't think that's something you should be doing. Different sides of this, and like I don't think either of us is right. So, yeah.
I'm right and you're wrong and you're stupid.
Uh-huh.
You need to go to Weenie Hut Juniors.
I need to go to Weenie Hut Juniors. So, I think and this isn't something that you said, but I think the best like argument for you should watch horror movies and stuff is like it doesn't mess with you. Like you walk out the other end and you're like, "Oh, that was scary. I'm fine now." Oh man, that was pretty scary, but I'm fine now. Or it builds like courage to it, like the more
courage, wisdom, power.
The more you're exposed to it, the less of a hit it leads to. Like I've heard that.
That's why you don't watch them all the time.
Like that's the main argument I've heard is like at a certain point, you like it doesn't affect you anymore. Like you're not
Horror
actually
hits
scared by
hard
it.
for me because I barely get into horror. But when I
Yeah.
do, I go like really far.
Uh-huh. But like doesn't mess with you though. Would
Oh
you
yeah, for a little bit.
for a little bit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like makes it a little hard to sleep at night. Makes you second guess the corners you're walking around. Yeah. Makes you look out your window that's open at night and you're like, ah, shoot, there's going to be a guy standing there pretty soon. That's going to
Yes,
be
sir.
great. There's going to be a dude right there on my second floor window. Just right there.
I'm excited.
So excited. So that, I'm going to jump to this like already. I'm going to get to this point already. And this is something that will probably come back up at the end when we talk about like fear of God. But when those things happen, big indicator that I want to like give to people on either side of the spectrum of I don't like horror, I don't do horror, and like, oh, I like mess with it a little bit now and then and I'm fully into it, is like if it does start messing with you like we're describing right now, don't you freaking worry. You're fine. It's not real. Just a reminder. Big reminder.
Or is it?
It's not real. It's
Or is
very
it?
not real. Even like it's a joke across the industry whenever it says based on a true story. It's probably not. Like
It's based on one word that somebody said one time.
exactly. Like famous example is what is it? The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like I mean technically
That was still pretty bad.
like technically like the real thing did happen, but like
Yeah, it was pretty bad, but nothing in the movie, like a lot of things in the movie didn't happen. Like, but I mean, it still was a bad thing that happened.
yeah, wait, let me
But
look into that real quick. The real Chainsaw Massacre story. Wait. Oh, wait. Yeah, okay, yeah, that guy was real.
yeah, and it was bad.
And literally the newest monster movie like on Netflix is about the real guy.
Yeah,
Forgot about that. Yeah, Ed Gein. Yeah. He was like the first serial killer. Like the first creepy serial killer. He like inspired Norman Bates even. Like, yeah, cool. Oh, that's an interesting topic that I want to bring up real quick. Just a real quick bring up. How do you feel about like true crime serial killer stories?
I don't know. My mom watches them all the time.
Yeah, everyone's mom does all the time.
I don't really care for them.
Well, like, okay, let me put it this way. How do you feel about like Wendigoon true crime stories?
I watch those.
Heck yeah. This was something that I had in a conversation with my parents the other day. I brought up the fact that like Gen Z guys, we all end up on the same side of YouTube where it's like the icebergs and Wendigoon and like video essays about serial killers and stuff. Like we always end up there somehow, and they both agreed like, oh, that's
I read something somewhere about one time why humans seek out the horror, and it's something to do with the brain's the subconscious's fascination with people going as far as they humanely can, like in breaking the boundaries of what people think are like moral.
interesting.
And the brain is obsessed with that.
Interesting. That would explain a lot about a lot of other things too.
Just like the human brain loves violence. It loves witnessing violence, which
yeah,
that can be tied into that could also be tied into the sinful nature of humans. But
exactly. Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
but studies have shown that the human brain gets dopamine from watching people hurt each other. Like that's a thing that's a thing that people like.
That is really, really interesting. That is really interesting. I'm very thankful you brought that up. That is like that. Whoa. Okay. And like,
And also that could be
yeah.
tied into desensitization.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It depends on how far you want to go into this. I mean, I'll go into it.
I mean, it's not the main topic of the episode. We could probably bring it up another time, but like these are still interesting things to like think about. Actually, no, it does relate to the topic though. Yeah, like that. Like you mentioned, like that could have to do with like the sinful nature and like the heart of us.
That's where I think it's from,
Yeah.
which I think it's from the sinful nature. But I think there's
yeah.
backing. I believe in the scientific studies. Like I know
Yeah.
I believe in all that stuff, but I mean I always think about, especially in general with all those things. I'm like, how can I tie this into like what God has told me? Like
Yeah.
how can I tie this in? That's what I usually do.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
it's like, well, humans, and how I made that connection is humans seek violence due to their sinful nature, and we love hurting people to make ourselves feel better. That's something that's
Yeah.
happened many times in the Bible. That's something that's happened many times in history. Is people hurt each other because they are hurt and they want to watch other people suffer because they get that temporary joy from it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
That's really that's something that stems off of horror too. Is like, some people watch horror because they like watching violence. They like and that's something that people like to watch. Like it's
Mhm.
entertaining, like in a messed up way.
Uh-huh. I'd never like actually like seek out these specific films, but I really
But like,
like
no, it's just weird because the human subconscious, even you gotta say, are drawn to watching violence. Like, you like
yeah,
watching wrestling, like fighting, like boxing,
yeah,
like stuff like that. Your brain seeks that out.
that's true.
Like, you
Yeah.
get your dopamine from that, and there's no like explanation for why besides like the sinful nature of the human mind.
Mhm. And I had something but I forgot what it was. I can like definitely connect to that because like I think like a really good recent example of that is I have been off social media for like a year or so now, and I know everyone else, like when this happened, on the day it happened, saw it like right away, like full close up video of Charlie Kirk being shot. And like it is very vivid, and it is just a video of a guy getting shot and like blood everywhere. And I did not know that that video existed until later that day, even like later that night, and I was like, oh hey, that's interesting that there's a actual like close-up video of it. And then my brain started moving and I was like, huh, there's a video of that. And then suddenly I found myself on YouTube and looking up the video of it, and I found it, and I immediately closed the tab because I was like, I just watched a guy die. I just seeked out a video of a guy dying
Yeah.
because that's what my brain wanted to see. And now I'm not going to sleep very well tonight because I just saw a guy die. Love that. That's great.
But I also want to pin that. I also want to pin the blame on not just sinful nature, but also the media in general.
Yeah.
Like, everything's been so widespreadly like promoted over the years. Like, oh, look at all these wars. Like, all this bad stuff's happening. And it's happened to so many people. They've seen it on TV, and people just got numb to it over the years.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Desensitization's like really wild right now, specifically.
And like, I can even call myself out for, like, I look at things and I'm like, yeah, I should think this is horrible, but I'm just looking at it and I'm like, yep, that's a thing that's happening.
Yeah. Like, I'll be honest, like, there have been times where, like, I try to keep up with the news as much as I can, and my main way of doing that is that like Christian news program, The Pour Over. That's it, The Pour Over. And there have been times where I've stopped listening to it because I'm like, oh, this is boring. The news is repeating, and the news is like the war in Israel is still happening. Like, that's what the news is that's been
Bombing.
repeating. Bombings. I'm like, slow news day. Like, no, it's not. We're just desensitized because there's so much. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I think even like the things I see people like talk about the most about like Bible stories, like the thing that people bring up to me the most about like stories in the Old Testament is like the extremely violent stuff. They're like, oh, did you know that like happened here? Like when they first learned that the last book of Judges, well, not the last book, the last story of Judges, what happens in it is the same thing that happened with Sodom and Gomorrah, where they went to a person's house asking for someone so they could all have sex with them. They put the person outside and then came back the next morning to the person being dead, and then they chopped up the person and sent the different parts to each tribe of Israel with basically a ransom note saying like, how dare you do this. I like the Bible, yeah, I get it, like it can be violent and we shouldn't avoid those kind of passages, but like there's a million other things in the Bible that you could be talking to me about. Why do you have to specifically tell me about that one violent? Like, what did you learn from that? What did you learn from that? Did you learn something from that? Because like
Again, back to the human brain
yeah,
thriving in sin.
exactly. It's like, what did you learn from that? Oh, that happened. Okay, but like,
But now,
what did
you
you
may
learn
have
more?
you may have the spirit telling you what's right and wrong, and you know
Mm,
what's right and wrong. But witnessing other people doing things wrong can satisfy that sinful nature. And
Yeah.
that's what I think is where that stems from, is seeing other people do those sinful things and knowing that you can't do them. It makes the human brain want to indulge, and it satisfies that feeling.
Yeah. Definitely. So,
And that can stem back to horror too.
yeah. Like I was about to say, like turning it back to horror. So, like turning that back to horror, like we as a society, like it is. I heard this on another podcast like yesterday that what used to be the big event movie, like back in the 2000s, was the comedy movie, like a new Judd Apatow comedy or something like that. Like that was the big event that everyone was talking about. That was like, oh, dude, we're all gonna go see this weekend. What that is for us now, in the post social media age, the like post desensitization age, what that movie is now is horror. Like horror is the event movie that we're like, oh, we're gonna go see Weapons like this weekend or something like that.
I do want to watch that.
I have heard really good things about Weapons. I have actually heard really good things about
I want
that.
to watch that.
Yeah, I do want to watch that. But like it's shifted because this is what people want now, is they want like to be scared. They want to see how far humanity can go, but then also they want to see
And
like,
now
how
the
depraved things
media
can be.
we're not in the 90s anymore, and the media is not decent or sensitizing us for us.
Uh-huh.
Now the media is like, oh, you like this, so now we're gonna feed it to you.
Yeah.
We're gonna fucking shove it down your throats.
Uh-huh. Like we're gonna feed this to you. Like I think of, and back to horror games even. The trailer for Hideo Kojima's newest project that he's working on with Xbox, OD, dropped, which is a horror game made specifically as like a gauge to figure out what your fears are and how much fear you have. Like he is legitimately making a horror game about finding what it is that you fear and like how much you can tolerate it.
And I'm
And
gonna play it.
you're gonna play it? I mean it's Kojima. I mean, like what else are you supposed to do? Like it's Kojima. But and like you watch that trailer and it's pretty disturbing trailer. There's one point where the protagonist like lights a candle that's shaped like a baby head and it starts melting and you just hear a screaming baby as the candle like starts pouring red out the top. The heck, man. That's just next level. Okay. Not expecting that from Kojima, but he also made PT, so I mean. But yeah, with horror games in general, it is further that like push for, we want to see how far we can push ourselves and we want to see how far like others can push themselves. And one of the games that I'm going to bring up later, that I'm going to bring up as a recommendation, speaks directly on that idea, and that's why I want to recommend it. And it's actually accidentally something I've been hinting at all season as something that I'm going to dig deeper into eventually. So, yeah. So, do you have any other like comments having to do with that? Like anything else that you'd want to bring up about that topic, or
No, I think we're good.
you think we're good? Okay. So, quick recap. Humanity.
Your mom.
Quick recap, your mom. Humanity scientifically likes to chase after things that are violent and that push people. We like to see people hurting each other, and how that correlates to horror is like we like to see how far we can push ourselves and how far other people can push themselves. And so your conviction is based on the heart of... Actually, I'm going to end off this conversation on this thing. Your conviction is based on your own heart on the subject. Like, what is the reason you are going after these things? Are you going after these things because you want to see violence? Are you going after it because you want, like, to fear? Or are you going after it because you want to have a greater understanding of something? Or in my case, do you like the vibe? And it's not about the violence or the scaries. You actually don't like that part. You just want the vibe. There's the transition. Spooky games. You ready for this?
Yeah, what about the vibes, Henry?
What about the vibes? Well, my first few recommendations that I have are not horror games at all. They just got the vibes. Also, whenever you think of a recommendation, just interject. Just do it. Like,
Cancel you.
cancel. I mean, if you want, we could like alternate too. if you just keep thinking of
Okay.
them off the top of your head. Okay. I'm going to start off with something I know you and me, we cherish equally very well. Lots of ways. The Luigi's Mansion Trilogy.
What? No, you mean the duology, right?
No, I mean the trilogy.
There's one we want to forget about.
No, we're acknowledging the whole thing. We're acknowledging the full trilogy. We're doing that. We acknowledge the full trilogy. Because that one is just okay. It's not bad. It's just okay. The trilogy. Luigi's Mansion. If you did not know. If you do not know what that is, it is a franchise that started on the GameCube as a launch title, which this is one of those weird things about the GameCube, like, that made it...
Just don't understand why it didn't sell.
Yeah, I don't know why it didn't sell. I mean, we made a Luigi game as the launch title.
And it wasn't a platformer.
And it was not a platformer. It was a spoof of Resident Evil. Like, why? And Nintendo would keep making that decision throughout the GameCube's life cycle. That's a conversation for another day. But, like, the GameCube is just a lot of Nintendo doing a really interesting idea. A really, really interesting idea.
Doesn't mean it's going to sell.
Doesn't mean it's going to sell. It's just weird. Luigi's Mansion, the Zelda game on the system. It looks like a Cartoon Network TV show and has, like, subverts every single thing we know about Zelda. Mario has a jetpack made of water.
Yeah, do you not like that, bro?
It's weird. Fox gets out of the ship. Fox gets off of his plane.
Pikmin exists.
Pikmin exists. Like, that's the GameCube for it. It's just weird. Like, they just keep doing, except for, like, Melee. Like, Melee is not weird. Melee is it's just Smash Bros. Again, but better. That's not weird. That's just Melee. But that's, like, the only thing that Nintendo did on that console that was not weird. Luigi's Mansion Trilogy. First game. The horror roots of the franchise. Some people claim that it's horror, and I'm like, nah, you just a wimp more than I am. It's just got the spookiest of the vibes of all of them, of all three. I have a confession to make, and that is the version of this I played was the 3DS remake.
You a win.
No, I just didn't have a GameCube, and I did not know how to run Dolphin. So
You didn't have anything to run Dolphin, you poor little turd.
That's true. I also did not have anything to run Dolphin on. But
What, the PS1 Classic, bro?
The Mac?
You wanna play on the PS1 Classic? You know?
You want to play Luigi's Mansion on the Mac?
No.
Yeah.
Never.
Never. So Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube, critical success, except for the fact that people were like, oh, it's too short. You know, it's a great game, but it's too short. No, it's not. It's great. It's great for everything that it is. Bonus someday. Soon. Bonus.
I mean, I have the original version, and you can play your crap version.
Yeah. And we already have a guest set up for that one whenever we do it. So, yeah. Cool.
And you can play your crap version.
Have you played which one have you played either versions?
No.
You haven't? Ooh.
I've played Luigi's Mansion on GameCube for a little bit.
Ooh, dude. Oh, the original Luigi's Mansion. It's so solid. It's so good. You've played the other two, though. So you can join in on that side of things. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon.
It's cooking.
You like it more than I do, so I'm gonna step back a little bit on this one.
It's cooking. I bought it as an in-select back in like 2018.
For how much? Like $30?
$20.
$20. How is Dark Moon?
I bought the remaster and I didn't play it.
Oh.
Actually, I'm on like the third mansion, but
so Dark Moon.
You know what? I need to lock in and finish Luigi's Mansion 2 on Switch, bro.
You keep saying that, but like, do you have to?
I paid $60.
Then yes, you do. Never mind. Okay.
I have to. There's no choice. So like, let's make not one mansion, but 4 of them, and also, you know that part where you go back to the EGAD's shed to like recap things like twice in the entire game. Let's do that every single mission.
Oh yeah, every 10 minutes, yeah.
Every time you want it, every time the level starts opening up, let's just go back. And then you have to backtrack.
Yeah, then you gotta backtrack. It's so fun. I love it so much. It's so.
I mean, it works for the handheld. experience, though.
It does. It does. Like, a mission structure works really well for handheld.
But also, it's Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah. Like,
So
you still didn't have to do it. It would have been perfectly fine if it was not mission based. I remember following the hype cycle beforehand. This was one of the first games that
there's a hype cycle.
there was a hype cycle. It was one of the first.
Dang, that sucks.
It was one of the first times my brother and I followed the hype cycle of a game because we did not play the original Luigi's Mansion. We watched a Let's Play of it that my brother found recently and rewatched all of, and he was like, "Yeah, that was. I see why we watched that. That was great."
Why was the Let's Play so good?
I don't know. It was just really solid. Like, the guy who did it, he like.
That's the only
he was
like
very
content of
entertaining.
that guy that you watched.
What?
Is that the only content of that guy's that you watched? Too?
Yeah, it was. We, like, my brother and I were big Let's Play watchers, so it just happened. Like, that was our TV show every now and then, was like a Let's Play.
On the Mac.
No, on the TV, on Wii YouTube. On
Wii YouTube.
Wii YouTube, 360 YouTube. Yeah, that's where we watched our stuff. Blu-ray YouTube. Actually, that was really bad. Blu-ray YouTube was disgusting. But yeah,
Disgusting.
it was disgusting. Worse than Wii YouTube. But yeah, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. I think actually no, it just is the weakest entry in the series. It is. Like, it's just debated on like if it's a good entry or not. Like, it's the weakest one, but that doesn't mean it's bad. It just means it's weak. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, I personally do not enjoy playing at all. I don't like it. I just don't like it. I don't like it. Even like outside of the mission structure side of things, I just don't think it has as much personality as the other two. I don't think it has as much personality as the first one even. And it does.
It feels like new Super Mario Bros. New Luigi's Mansion.
Exactly. It feels like the Wii U era of Nintendo where you got like Star Fox Zero and a bunch
New
of
Luigi's Mansion, bro.
yeah, new Yoshi's Island. Yeah. So
I just want to say right now, dude, the new Yoshi's Island soundtrack hits hard.
we're not gonna bring back the new Yoshi's Island soundtrack. We're not
You guys
bringing
should
that
listen
back.
to that.
What?
You guys should listen to that. It's really good.
We did listen through it in the car that one time though.
It's freaking bad.
The one song is bad. The rest is just the same song over and over again.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's a good song.
Let's make it a good song. Ba-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da. So freaking annoying after a
You
while.
need to stop disrespecting your childhood, bro.
I like disrespecting the bad things that I enjoyed as a kid. Like, I enjoyed them as a kid. That's a good thing. Not now.
Da-da-da.
Don't you love it when you watch a movie that you watched as a kid and you're like, oh, this was actually really bad. I didn't like that. Do you ever do that? Does that ever happen? That happens to me more than I want it to. Yeah. Luigi's Mansion 3. Luigi's Mansion 3 is one of the best games on the Switch. It just hands down is like a must-have for the Switch. It is on par with the first Luigi's Mansion, but for different reasons. It's a very different game from the first Luigi's Mansion. And it just has some really solid setting. It has really solid puzzle design. It looks incredible. It's really satisfying. Something my brother and I bring up a lot about it is that it's probably the most satisfying game Nintendo ever put out. Whether that's like destroying every item in the room or slamming ghosts. Oh my goodness.
But it was too short.
It actually was not too short. Like, it felt like it was a pretty satisfying.
I also didn't feel like it was very replayable.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's replayable at all, but that's totally fine because my experience was I had a good experience with it. I had an incredible experience with it, and even if it's not very replayable, it was still a really, really great experience. So, Luigi's Mansion 1, 2, and 3. If you're going to play any of those, 1 and 3, which I'm going to pull up how long to beat as we go through this, just to get an estimate, since, again, you guys have a week till Halloween by the time this episode drops. So, if I have this up, that is very helpful for you guys, because then you can figure things out a lot better. Luigi's Mansion 1. 7.5 hours on average if you're going for main plus extra. Main story, just straight mainlining it, 6 hours. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Main story, just mainlining it, 14 hours. Main plus extra, 17 and a half hours. And Luigi's Mansion 3. Main story, mainlining it, 13 hours. Main and extra, 17 hours. There you go. There's your hour counts. Do what you must with that. Divide it up amongst the next few days, if that is what you decide to play.
Divide it up amongst the next 2 days.
The next few days. You have like 6 days. 5.
I said next 2 days.
The next 2 days. Okay, Christian, give us a spooky or horror-related game.
You want to talk about Dead Space 2?
Let's go for it. Dead Space 2. Tell us about Dead Space 2.
What do you know about Dead Space 2, Mr. Reese?
I watched Jacob Geller's video about it.
What did Jacob Geller have to say? Because I don't care about him that much.
That's fair. I think he said he likes the vibes. Wait, let me check it. It's one of his older ones. I'm going to find it real quick. Dead Space 2 still feels like a new game. That's what he said. The video, it's not one of his deep videos. It's literally just like, this game freaking rules. This is an awesome game. Let me just tell you about how awesome this game is. And
That's really lame.
Like, he's just talking about this is a really cool game. Here's all my favorite parts of it. Go play this game because it's really cool.
Jacob Geller, you're really lame.
Well, you're obviously bringing it up right now, so you probably think it's cool in some way. So
I remember it being Heat.
You remember it being Heat. Why?
It's also like the first horror game I ever played, so.
What made it?
I didn't know what was going on.
Like
at all, because I played the second one.
Because the second one, yeah.
I have them on PC now.
When did you? Were those like on sale or?
Think so. I bought them like a couple years ago.
Oh wait, I knew that. You have 1 through 3.
Let me check. I might have Remake.
Do you have Remake too? Oh my goodness.
Tells you how much I play my Steam games, bro.
Hey, no, dude, that's everybody's Steam library. So, for anyone who does not know, because, I already explained, like, the premise of what Luigi's Mansion is. What's Dead Space 2? What is it?
So, it's Luigi's Mansion in space.
Really? Luigi's Mansion in space?
No, it's not. It's not at all.
I don't remember failed eye retina surgery in Luigi's Mansion, but you know what? Maybe I just don't remember.
Luigi hangs himself apparently.
Ooh.
Yeah, but Dead Space 2 is like an FPS, or is that? It's a third-person shooter.
It's a third-person shooter.
Yeah, it's a third-person shooter, and it's basically like you got a lot of things you can interact with. Like I'm trying to remember, but you had like this thing that would let you grab things in the environment and throw them at like the enemies and stuff.
So the weapons you use are all like space mining tools. Like they're not made to kill monsters with. And like the big thing in the Dead Space series is you have to cut off the limbs of monsters before you kill them.
To get them to die, yeah. They don't die unless you cut something off. Because after you cut something off, they explode.
And like, this is not like a power trip third-person shooter either. Because
until you get to that third one.
Until you get to the third one. But because your weapons are literally just tools, like, it's like if a serial killer broke into your house and all you had were the drills that you use for renovation. Like, that's still terrifying. Because that's not...
Yeah, it's not that...
That's not anything. And the killer has like 4 arms and all of them have knives on the ends.
It's been so long since I played it, but I do remember like there being this section that I got scared in when I was a kid was like this. There was like a child nursery area.
Oh,
and there was like this stage or something, and you started the stage play up, and then everything just started jumping out at you.
Holy crap. That's terrifying. Yeah, so this is one of the ones that's not for the faint of heart. This is... The Dead Space series is infamously, like, one of the...
It made me poop.
One of the most terrifying horror franchises.
It made me poop.
Yeah, except for Dead Space 3, but we don't talk about that.
And Dead Space 3 is literally a power trip.
Yeah, 3 is weird. 3 is a weird thing. 3 is the Resident Evil 4 of Dead Space, only not good.
Yeah. 3 is the Resident Evil 5.
It's the Resident Evil 5, only not racist. So, Dead Space 2...
The one they get to remake next.
The one... That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be really fun for them to do. What are they... How are they gonna fix that? How are they going to fix that? That's all I gotta say. Anyways... Next one on the list.
I don't know, man. Apparently everyone's black in Africa, so
Castlevania. That's my next one on the list. This is a whole franchise.
I don't know anything about Castlevania.
I know enough about it to freaking love it.
The lore, bro?
The lore is great. The lore is really great. It's just Dracula, he's a bad guy. He's coming back every year. And your family of vampire hunters, you gotta kill him. Your family of Catholic vampire hunters. Overtly Catholic. Very strange. But the franchise isn't just, oh, you're fighting Dracula. It has like many like references to other horror franchises. So you'll run into things like Frankenstein, the Grim Reaper, zombies, multiple like mythological horrors. So like Medusa and the Minotaur.
How scared were you when you played that game? Is this game scary?
No, it's just got the spooky vibes. It's just got the vibes.
Oh, this game isn't scary?
Back in NES era, they would have called it a horror game because it's got.
So,
spooky
are you
vibes.
telling me? What about the Nintendo 64 games? Are those just scaringly bad?
Okay, those aren't actually that bad. Fun fact: that was something that. So the thing about the Nintendo 64 Castlevania games is they're not actually that bad. They are an early victim of the Nintendo YouTuber curse. You know what I mean? Where like the Nintendo YouTuber curse is just like starting with Angry Video Game Nerd, and he's like the biggest proponent of this. It was really easy to get popular after making a video that bashes on a game than it is to make a video that is saying something's good. And so there are a lot of Nintendo YouTubers who will just talk about a game that's not actually really that bad. It's more like a 6 or 7 out of 10. But they'll talk about it like it's the worst thing in the world. And then you don't want to play it because you were just told it's the worst thing in the world. So just nobody checks the facts on that. And so
is Castlevania a 6 out of 10?
It's like a 6 or 7 out of 10. Castlevania 64. It's not bad. It's
what
just
about the other ones that are 3D?
I don't know about the other ones at all. I know literally nothing about them. 64 and Legacy of Darkness, which is the second 64 game, which is actually just a definitive edition of the first one. They are really not.
What about
that
the
bad.
ones where it's in the future?
Hey, Aria of Sorrow. That one's peak. That one's really peak. I
The
played
3D one where it's in the future?
There's a 3D one that's in the future?
Yeah.
I did not know there was a 3D
Landon
one
really
in the
likes
future.
it.
Is that
There's 2 of them.
Is that Mirror of Fate or Lord of Shadows? Whatever it is.
Let me look.
Yeah. I don't know anything about the 3D Castlevanias outside of 64. I famously traded a lot of my games from I famously, as in the two people who
Lords
have
of
listened
Shadow.
since the beginning. Lords of Shadow, yeah.
And then a sequel.
I don't know anything about Lords of Shadow, but for people who have listened to the show for a while, I am known to have traded all of my games from I've traded all of my games from my like overconsumption era of collecting to get a copy of Symphony of the Night, and I honestly would not trade it back the other way.
And to this day,
I have still not played Symphony of the Night.
Yeah.
That's a monthly.
It's kind of like my Twilight Princess HD splurge.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like.
I lost all my progress and I didn't finish the game because I literally got to the Sky Temple and I beat the Sky Temple and then I lost all my progress.
I just never put it in. I just never played it.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
I put it in once and I was like, man, that's a good looking game.
I held on to it.
And then you held on to it and I never ended up playing it.
And I didn't play it.
You did not play it either. You just held on to it. Just like my copy of Chrono Trigger. But yeah, Castlevania is a really, really exciting series. If you want a classic platformer experience with Castlevania, go with 1, 3, or Super Castlevania 4. I've heard Rondo of Blood is also good too. Bloodlines is... I don't know anything about Bloodlines either. I want to play Bloodlines though. I want to do that. Rondo of Blood too. I've played 1... Super Castlevania 4, which is technically a remake of 1. I've played Aria of Sorrow, and then a little bit of 64.
Which one have you finished?
Oh, I have not finished any of them. That's the big thing about
Because you
Castlevania.
suck at playing games. You're a horrible liar.
That's the thing about Castlevania is
You're a freaking liar. You
the
freak. I got you.
No, the difficulty spike in Castlevania games is insane. Like, Castlevania's difficulty spike is absolutely insane in every single game.
You know what? I'm gonna go ask Chad if I can go grab your copy of Symphony of the Night sometime soon.
Ooh, that's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Symphony of the Night, I have actually played like an hour of it on a different device.
Actually, you're gonna be back on Thanksgiving, so it's not gonna be that long.
That's true.
What time? What day is Thanksgiving? I always forget.
I don't know what day is Thanksgiving. It changes every year, doesn't it?
Doesn't it change every year?
I think it does. Or
Yeah,
we're
because
crazy.
it's the last Thursday of the. Isn't it the last Thursday of November?
I think so, yeah.
It's because we're stupid.
Because we're stupid, yeah. Symphony of the Night is
Can
probably...
I have my copy of Final Fantasy VII back, Mr. Reese?
Yes. Anyways, Symphony of the
Thank
Night.
you.
Goodness.
Go ahead, you say.
I'm trying to speak.
Thank you.
Symphony of the Night
Thank you.
is what they call the best of the Castlevania franchise.
Epitome.
So that's the other reason why people don't like Castlevania 64. Guess what year it came out in?
The same year.
Same year as Symphony of the Night.
It's because it's poop.
It's not because it's poop. It's because it came out the same year as Symphony of the Night. And
Now we chill, bro.
Yeah. When you release a 7 out of 10 game in the same franchise, the same year as a game so big that it made a genre, then you're kind of screwed. So Symphony of the Night is the go-to. The Metroidvania genre is named after it, and you can't go wrong with What Is a Man? A miserable little pile of secrets.
I agree completely.
I agree completely. All right, Dracula, he's out of line in those games, but like he's usually right. Anyways, you're up. What do you got for us?
I played RE Biohazard.
Tell us about Biohazard.
What is that, 6 or 7?
7.
Is that 7 or... Wait, did you know that... Hey, here's a little funny thing for you. Did you know that in Europe it's called Biohazard Resident Evil?
No way, that's crazy, bro.
Did you know that?
I did know that.
No, you didn't.
Why would they call it that, Christian? Why are they calling it Biohazard Resident Evil?
Because it was kind of a reboot. It was like a soft reboot.
No, it's because in Japan the
Yeah,
franchise is called
that too,
Biohazard.
dude. That too.
Yeah, it's like a Dragon.
But also,
Yeah.
because it was kind of like a soft reboot because they were like, oh, you don't think our games are scary anymore?
Uh-huh.
Okay,
They were never
Here you go.
scary.
here you go. Well, I don't think Resident Evil 7 is scary. I mean, it is pretty... It's a lot scarier, like...
Then a Resident
You know what?
Evil
It is
game.
scary. It is scary. It didn't scare me, but it is scary.
It's scarier than a Resident Evil game on average.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And it kind of plays like a Metroidvania. That's how the newer ones play.
Interesting.
That's how the newer ones play, though. I mean, like,
Yeah.
you go around, you get all these keys and puzzle
Mhm.
boxes. You get chased around by whoever you're getting chased around by.
Yeah. It's got a lot closer structure to the original Resident Evils. That one specifically.
And that was my first RE game I played through, like, all the way. So
Yeah. I think that's a lot of people's first RE.
it was really good.
Yeah. So what is it though? What's it about? What's the like basic premise?
It's been a while. But basically, what's his name? Is it Chris?
Ethan.
Ethan, yeah. Ethan, basically, he was he in the 6th game? Or...
Oh, yeah, forgot Chris is also in there. I forgot about that.
Yeah, but he's at the end.
He's at the end.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
remember all the lore now.
So
But basically,
yeah.
Ethan's wife died in the last game,
Ethan,
right?
No, Ethan's a new character for Resident Evil 7.
Okay, so basically his wife went missing, and I guess I think he thought she died or something.
Yeah.
And then there's this random, like, he gets this random call, or it's either a call or video, like, of her being alive at this certain place, and it's like this house with this family called the Bakers. And you go to that house, and it's basically the entire family's insane, and they're corrupted by this goop.
Yeah. Guess what?
And-
It's Resident Evil, so guess what that goop is. You'll never guess what that goop is. I don't think you'll ever guess what that goop is.
Well, it's also about a little girl that has powers, like, that's manipulating them all with the goop. So
Yeah. So that's Resident Evil 7. Spooky.
But yeah,
game.
it's pretty heat.
Pretty heat.
I mean, it's basically a Metroidvania with set pieces. The boss fights are kind of crazy, bro.
Really?
Like there's one boss fight in that game that's actually terrifying. One of the mom grows like legs on her back and crawls around and like stalks you and jumps out at you and stuff. Crawls up the walls and yeah.
Okay.
Basically play hide and seek.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I really, really remember because it was actually kind of scary.
Yeah. Jeez. Goodness. Okay. So Resident Evil 7. This won't be my turn, but I'm also going to turn this into a broader recommendation for the Resident Evil series.
You guys gotta play 4. It's heat.
4 is heat, but don't expect anything scary from that. Resident Evil 4 is the action game of the franchise.
You can do that kick, bro.
Yeah, you can. What is it? Suplex. You suplex them.
Dude, I'm gonna play the remake at some point.
I want to play both because I've heard.
I'll probably play it on PS4.
I've heard they're very. Yeah, I've heard they're very different experiences. And then I'd also recommend 1 through 3 too.
Ew, the remakes?
Not the remakes. Do not play the remake of 3. Do not play the remake of 3. I'm begging you, do not play that. It is bad. The remake of 3 is bad. Isn't the second one
really good because it's like the ex guy and he walks you around and
Resident Evil 2 remake is really good because it's like it's more of a
Mr. X, bro.
It's more of a reimagining than a remake.
Mr. X, bro.
Yeah, and Mr. X. Mr. X is pretty cool. Resident Evil 1, you can go original or GameCube, doesn't really matter. They're very similar. Resident Evil 2, you can go original or remake, and you'll have a completely different experience. Both of them are good. Yeah, because
Mr. X is like stalks you the entire game, and he doesn't in the original.
But also Resident Evil 2 remake is like a completely different style of game and takes on a completely different tone. The original Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil Code Veronica, if you want to get weird. Yeah.
Isn't there 3 remakes of the original Resident Evil?
Yes, there's the DS remake.
Wait, no, I thought they did a remake. I thought they did a remake in the new.
No, they did not.
They didn't do. Oh, because you know what I'm talking about though. They do like the red letters and the white font. That series of remakes.
Yeah.
Like 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and then now 5.
They did not.
I thought they did. So they just took the GameCube remaster and put it on modern consoles.
Yeah, they just remastered they remastered the GameCube remake. Yeah, because the GameCube remake is already really solid. So
I do want to buy that.
That one's on.
I'll probably play it on. Yeah.
Want to say
that's on the list?
Yeah, that is also on the list.
Is RE4 on the list? Because I want to play RE4.
That is also on the list. Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 1 remake specifically, both on the list. Symphony of the Night on the list. Luigi's Mansion on the list. I'm hyping you guys up for when we get to these games. Anyways, also I have not been giving the How Long to Beat for these last few, so I'm going to do that now. Dead Space 2, 11 and a half hours on average. Resident Evil 1 remake, 14 hours. The original is 8.5 hours on average. Usually you'll want to mainline them, so I'm going to go with the main story for Resident Evil. Resident Evil 1 remake, 11.5 hours main story. Original, 7 hours. Resident Evil 4 remake, 16 hours. Resident Evil 2 remake, 9 hours. Resident Evil Biohazard, the one we actually talked about, 9.5 hours. Resident Evil Village, the one that Christian will be playing now, because he just said that, 10 hours. That's shorter than I thought. It's 10 hours. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I'm really bad. I'm really bad.
So 20 hours for Christian.
30 hours for Christian.
30 hours for Christian. Resident Evil 4, the original, 15 hours. Yeah, that's what we got. None of the others need recommending. Oh, the original Resident Evil 2, 6 hours. And the original Resident Evil 3, 7 hours. Cool. And then Castlevania. These are all going to be like 30 minutes, 4 hours, like that kind of thing. Because Castlevania games are not very long. Castlevania, 3 hours. Castlevania 64, 7 hours. Symphony of the Night, like 10 hours. Aria of Sorrow, 8 hours. Dawn of Sorrow, 12 hours. Castlevania 4, 4.5 hours. 3, 5.5 hours. Rondo of Blood, 6 hours. Circle of the Moon, 11 hours. Castlevania Bloodlines, 4.5. Just, those are good choices for this week. Because those are all short. They're all pretty short. 10 hours or less, usually. So, I'd say go with one of those. And then, was there another one we brought up that I didn't list there?
Dead Space.
I already did Dead Space. Okay. Next up, speaking of missing/dead wives, Silent Hill.
What? No one said any.
Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 2. Now, this will be a general recommendation for the full Silent Hill franchise, but this is my favorite one, so I'm going to put emphasis on this one. Silent Hill. So basically, when Resident Evil came out, you got Resident Evil, and it's like this genre-defining horror experience, and some, like, a large amount of people were like, okay, this is kind of campy. Like, this isn't actually, like, scary. And so Konami over here was like, oh, you want this to be scary. You want this to be actually scary. Okay. And they made Silent Hill, and they made it actually scary. And now it's probably just as, if not just under, the popularity of Resident Evil. And that's only because Silent Hill kind of fell off in the mid-2010s. Actually, early 2010s to mid-2010s, it fell off real hard. It's very, very sad. But because of that, if you're going to play any Silent Hill games, it's going to be 1 to 4. Or Origins, if you want to get weird like that. Or
if you want to get weird.
If you want to get weird like that and play the PSP one.
No, get out of here. Gross. Leave.
It tells you the origin of Pyramid Head. Would you believe me if I said that was the last good one? Okay.
Maybe. Thought some of the 360 ones were good.
They're divisive. Downpour.
Well, one of them has a sanity meter and a therapist.
Downpour and Homecoming are hit or miss. Very, very much. I know one of them's really bad and the other one is, it's up to you. But 1 through 4 are certified bangers. 1 is when you're first introduced to the town and they explain kind of a little bit what the town is. 2 is a completely separate story, is its own story that is completely disconnected from the rest of the franchise. And that's why it's my favorite one, because literally anyone can play Silent Hill 2 and it'll make sense. Silent Hill 2 is about a guy named James, who his wife dies like a few years beforehand, but he gets a letter in the mail written by his wife asking him to go to the town that they went on vacation to once.
Bro, why would they go to Silent Hill for a vacation, bro?
That's the big question. Like, why? Who goes to Silent Hill for vacation? He goes there hoping to figure out who writes the letter. And the whole time he's like, my wife's dead. I don't even know why I'm here. And you meet up with a bunch of other people who are dealing with their own traumas. And as you play, things become more and more like broken and crazy and insane. The last hour of this game is one of the most, did I actually just play that or was it an acid trip? It's one of the most powerful games I've ever played. It's in my backlog top 5. Like, it's in my top 5 games because it is one of the like most meaningful and deep games I've ever played. That's the kind of horror I'm into, is the stuff that actually wants to say something and tell a message. Silent Hill 2 has a big old message about what repentance is. A big old message about the difference between repentance and shame. This is something that I read in a commentary the other day on Matthew, the last few chapters of Matthew. But when we see Judas's betrayal and Peter's betrayal at the end of Matthew, their responses are direct callings out of repentance and shame. It was a different R word, but I'm just going to say shame. But what Peter did is he felt the guilt of what he did, and he turned around and he repented and he changed who he was. Like, he denied Jesus 3 times. That's the big thing that he did. And he cut off that one guy's ear.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. But what he did in response to that is he took on the guilt of what he did, and he was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I did that. And then he turned around and he changed, and he grew as a person, and then became the Peter who would eventually write the letters, 1st and 2nd Peter. So while Peter showed repentance, Judas showed shame, because after what he did, after the betrayal that he did, instead of turning around and becoming a better person, he just felt the guilt and then hung himself. And so Silent Hill 2...
And that's not what we do.
That's not what we do. Silent Hill 2 speaks directly on that dichotomy in the ways that James responds to what the town is doing and what the town is digging out of him. And it's really, really incredible. So that's my shout out for the Silent Hill franchise. For the hour counts, we got the original Silent Hill, 8 hours. Silent Hill 2, the original, 9.5 hours. Silent Hill 2.
Is that expensive?
The original? Yes.
Wait. Also, why are the Silent Hill games so expensive? Can we talk about that?
I don't know.
Wait, is it just all horror games are expensive? Like,
just all Silent Hill. Just all of Silent Hill is really expensive. The original Silent Hill, really expensive. 2, expensive.
No, I'm just trying to think. Is there any other horror games that are expensive?
Oh yeah.
Alone in the Dark?
A bunch of survival horror games that were out on the PS2 are really expensive now.
Every Alone in the Dark game?
No, those aren't too bad.
The one on the 3DO, bro?
Bruh.
There's one on the 3DO.
Bro? On the,
Yeah, do you want the one on the 3DO?
No.
I'll give it to you.
Anyways, Silent Hill 2 remake. Double the length of the original for some reason at 18.5 hours.
What the heck?
Why? I don't know. I haven't played the remake yet, but like...
Were they cooking meth, bro?
I don't know. Silent Hill 3, 8 hours.
Wait, which one did you play again? You played...
2.
You played 2, yeah.
I played 2. 3 is 8 hours. 4 is 10 hours. 4 is probably the hardest to find because it hasn't been ported anywhere. And then most recently, Silent Hill F that came out this month.
F for freak.
16.5 hours.
Is that funny?
F for freak. Freaky. Spooky game. I've heard good things about Silent Hill F. So I've heard
I pooped my pants.
I've heard it's the most like, oh, we're so back that Silent Hill has had in a while.
Dang.
So
really?
Yeah, like people are actually saying like, oh, we're so back.
I said, and Kojima didn't even do it.
Kojima didn't even do it. Reminder, PT was a Silent Hill game. Okay, you're up. What do you got?
Wait, he directed all of the Silent Hills, didn't he?
No, just PT.
I thought who did the other ones?
I forget his name.
I thought he did all of them.
Nope, he did PT. Just PT.
I thought he did all of them, bro.
Nope. All right, what you got next?
Giving the bro too much credit.
Yeah, don't ever give Kojima more credit than he deserves. Please, don't let that.
Jeff Keighley's friends with him.
Hey, did you know that Jeff Keighley's friends with him?
He wants to think he is.
He wants to think. I love that Statler and Waldorf clip so much. I love it so much. I've shown it to so many people. It's so great.
What does he say again?
What was it? Context, Statler and Waldorf were at the Game Awards one year. They're the 2 old men from the Muppets. They're like, look, it's Kojima. Did you know that he's friends with Jeff Keighley? I don't know. Does he know that? It's great. I love it so much. It's so funny because it's such a niche joke.
Was that last year? They have him there every year now.
No, they have Muppets there every year, just in general.
They had the 2 old men there last year.
That was last year?
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, no, that was last year. And then I think the year before that... Wait, which year was Elden Ring? Was Elden Ring...
Last year was Astrobot.
Yeah. Oh, wait, yeah, no, that was
Elden.
last year. Because they made a joke about Shadow of Erdtree. They said, did you hear that what was it? DLC are nominated for Game of the Year this year? And he was like, yeah, it's like putting a... what was it? Pre-order bonus in a retirement home.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's great.
Are you gonna be home for the Game Awards this year?
I better be. If not, we are watching it together over Discord.
Because last year we played Sifu and
Yeah,
watched the Game Awards.
we watched the Game Awards and that other freaking thing, the secret level. That was it. Because that's how we got to Sifu.
Except, yeah, we were like, let's just stop watching this show because it's not good anymore.
Let's stop watching this and actually play Sifu.
Because of the rest of... What was that MMO they were doing that we were like, this is bad?
There was the shooter game that they did. I don't know. Which we only watched half the season is the thing. Because I was only home for when they dropped half of it. Like, we didn't even get to the Mega Man episode.
At least you got to the Pac-Man episode, bro, for the mid-game.
The mid-game Shadow Labyrinth, bro. Please tell me you're not going to shout out Shadow Labyrinth next.
Shadow Labyrinth, guys. Shadow Labyrinth.
Okay.
I really haven't played many other horror games.
You've played other spooky games. I know that.
Like what?
I don't know. Something.
Call me out.
Epic Mickey. That's got the spooky vibes.
I guess that's a spooky game.
It's got the vibes.
Anyway, Epic Mickey was a game released for the Wii in 2010.
I'm giving you space to talk about Epic Mickey. Take this.
Basically, I hate Disney, but I like Epic Mickey.
What is an Epic Mickey?
No, I'm just saying you can vouch for that.
Yeah, I can. I can definitely
I literally
vouch for that.
despise Disney.
You do. You really do.
But the Epic Mickey is like a dark take on the franchise, and it's like it's almost like a reimagining of Mickey Mouse as like his old mischievous self.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a 3D platformer, and it's set in a wasteland made by Yen Sid to put all the characters that are forgotten about in.
Yeah.
And you just do a bunch of 3D platforming around there. It was directed by Warren Spector.
Yeah.
You may know him from certain games.
Deus Ex.
Yeah.
Didn't he do Deus Ex and what else did he do? He did like a lot of like high-end multiple choice RPGs, and like Epic Mickey includes that, not like at the same level as Deus Ex. It's not even close to like Deus Ex level like choice making, but
No, they didn't cook.
he put in like it's a Warren Spector RPG for kids. Like,
okay,
that's the level of choices he puts in there.
Here's what he did. Ultima. He did the second one.
I guess.
That one was. Hey, I got the Wii version now, so I could play it if I wanted to.
Oh, you mean the second Epic Mickey? Okay.
Yeah.
Warren Spector. Wait, Warren Spector. Credits. Video games.
System Shock.
System Shock. That was the other one.
Underworld. Thief. Deadly Shadows.
Yeah, Thief. Is that the original? Right? Yeah.
2004.
Yeah, that's the original Thief, I think. Yeah. So Thief, Deus Ex,
Ultima.
System Shock, Ultima.
Ultima Underworld.
Specifically Ultima Underworld. That's the specific one. He created the immersive sim. He is the guy who made the immersive sim. And so
ASA.
No, Ultima Underworld was like the original immersive sim. And then he fleshed that out further with Deus Ex, System Shock, Thief. And then Epic Mickey is like, it's got a little bit of immersive sim in there. Just a little bit. It's not crazy, but it's there.
A little bit of cooking.
There's a little bit of cooking. He could not help himself. That's the best way to say it. Like, they asked him to make a 3D platformer and he could not help himself and put ImSim elements in there. That's the best way to put it. Epic Mickey. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically it's a meat platformer, and you get thinner and paint, and you can like interact with the world and get rid of things and add things to the world, and there's a morality system that's not very fleshed out, but it's kind of neat. So like you can kill bosses with thinner instead of making them nice with paint.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, he could not help himself and forced a little bit of ImSim in there, and it just feels kind of weird.
But I think it's peak.
It is
it's
pretty
peak platform.
It is.
Like, it's really good. Like, it's probably like one of the best 3D platformers. Like, that's not Mario.
Yes.
Or like a mascot platformer. That's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it is a mascot platformer, but it's like not like it's its own thing though.
But it's edgy.
Not really.
No, it is. It is.
You think it's edgy?
Oh, I 100% think it's edgy.
Yeah, it is edgy.
It is very much edgy.
Yeah, it's edgy.
Yeah. Epic Mickey, main plus extra content, 14.5 hours. If you're going the remake, Rebrushed, which Rebrushed is available.
I want to play that.
You can mainline the story in 9 hours.
I've never played the remake.
I really want to play the remake. I really do.
I have the demo. I've never looked at it though.
Yeah, so
how much is Rebrushed?
How much is it? I think it's like 40.
I want to get it on console though.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not getting it on Switch.
I should ask for that.
Not on Switch.
I have Switch too, though.
Yeah, but it's probably not enhanced.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Why would you want it on Switch?
No, but
on PS4?
But that's the thing about Switch 2 is like you never know if it's gonna be enhanced or not. But there's a large chance that it's gonna be enhanced.
Let me look.
Yeah, let's look.
Just look up console performance in general, because I was thinking of going for the PS4 version.
Is Epic Mickey Rebrushed enhanced on Switch 2? Oh my goodness, it is. It totally is. Dude, Epic Mickey Rebrushed is enhanced on Switch 2 with significantly better performance. Shoot.
Dang it. You want to pay $60 for it, though?
No, I'm going to ask for it. I'm going to ask for somebody else to pay $60.
Does it run at 60 FPS? Or?
Yeah, it does. It's like a significant performance boost.
Dang it, now I have to buy it on Switch 1. How much is it on eBay?
How much is it on eBay? Oh, wait, yeah, you're right. It is $60. Oh my goodness. Okay.
I ain't paying $60 for that.
Yeah.
I have it on. Well, it's not because it's not. I wouldn't pay $60. It's $30 on PS5. It's $33 on Switch brand new on eBay.
That's awesome.
Or it's $10 on the Wii.
Hey, there we go. Okay, Christian, do you have something to give us next? If you need an idea, I've got one for you to talk about.
Please help me. Oh, it was also to my purple lamp.
Yes, I like Purple Lamp. They're not bad. They're okay. Tell us about co-op horror.
Freak.
Friend slop.
Hey, you talk about. It's your turn. You talk about.
Oh
our
yeah, it is my turn.
Shopping experience.
Okay, so this category is going to be a general one about friend slop. Okay?
Are you gonna talk about our shopping experience, bro?
Yes. So friend slop is the new wave of all these co-op, what people are calling.
I don't like the term friend slop.
I love it. I think it's funny because
I think
like
it's horrible.
because it implies like McDonald's, which makes me think like cheap, and they are cheap. They're like,
But it's not. I hate McDonald's. It's not good. That's a horrible metaphor.
It's called friend slop because you just chew through these things, and because it's like there's not really any like merit to them. They're just fun time with friends. Like when I think slop, I think fast food, and I think
trying to disrespect me like that, bro.
When I think fast food, I think fun time, fun cheap time, and these are fun cheap time with friends. No, I'm not.
You trying to disrespect me like that, bro?
No, I'm disrespecting the genre. I think the genre name works, and also I think that the people
are gonna hate you for that. Just to let you.
No, I think the people who have made friend slop games have leaned into that too. Like they've leaned into the like bargain bin-ness of it, like as an aesthetic. Because really it's less like they're cheap because they're cheap quality. They are high quality games. It's just they are cheap because the devs want you to play them really bad, and if this game gives them an excuse to make the game cheap so that you can just play it, sure. And the like main like chunk of them is co-op horror, or co-op comedy horror as some people call it, because like when you're watching your friend and they can't hear you, it's really funny. It really is extremely funny to watch your friends die in these games.
Yeah, because we were playing Yapyap the other day.
Yeah, Yapyap. So if I was going to recommend one friend slop that is out right now, it would not be Lethal Company. Lethal Company is like the original one, the one that kind of started the trend.
I don't like Lethal Company.
I do not like Lethal Company. I think Lethal Company is like the birth of the genre. I don't think it's the best of the genre. I just think it's the start. Like, oh, these are a lot of good ideas. I'm excited to see something else succeed at doing these ideas. And I think the first one to really do that is Content Warning. I think Content Warning takes a lot of the mindset of Lethal Company and applies like this whole different task to it, where with Lethal Company your whole job is to go in, grab stuff, get out. With Content Warning, you are told to get right up close with the monsters, take pictures, not just pictures but full videos of them, and then run.
Yeah, it's really funny.
And then run away.
It's like a live stream.
Yeah, it's like a live stream, and then you post it on YouTube. And I think that adds so much to the formula because you have to get real up close and personal with the monsters. You are required to. You can't just like, oh, that area's got monsters, so I'm going to stay away from there. No, you have to go straight over there. You have to. You're required to. Like, that adds so much. And then there's some new ones coming out. We did play a bunch of stuff for Next Fest. I played a bunch of stuff for Next Fest. Christian and I played a bunch of Friend Slop for Next Fest. All of it very good. I really enjoyed all of it, except for the ones I did not enjoy, which we're not going to talk about, because that's not what this show's about. This show's about the stuff we did enjoy.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about...
Don't you dare.
What's that one game?
The one game where you do the thing, where you do and you scroll.
Dude, crap.
That one.
Also, we got to play Content Warning in because they got mod support.
Heck yeah. Okay. But the coming soon ones that we did play, that are coming within the next like few months. So sadly you will not be able to play these for Halloween. I'm sorry. Storebound and Yapyap.
Freaking Storebound, bro.
I'll explain one of them. You can explain the other. How does that sound?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You explain Storebound.
I'll explain Storebound. So Storebound is one made by the same team behind another one called, what was it? Murky Divers, something like that. That one was specifically What If Lethal Company but underwater. And they made this, which is Storebound, which is based on the SCP of the Infinite IKEA.
Dude, Storebound's coming out November 17th.
Oh my goodness, for real? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Dude, holy crap, that's exciting. Okay, so Storebound is based on the SCP, the Infinite IKEA, and also has like a Muppet art style for some reason, which is really random, but I really vibe with it. And
It's really fun.
it is really fun.
Like, and that's what's getting no these co-op games are what's getting me into indies. Like, actually though.
Yeah, which is really exciting. Which I'm about to talk about a bunch of indies once we're done with the friend slop section. Storebound is where you and your team of 2 other friends, up to two other friends. You
Looking
have
how
to.
cheap. Oh, by the way, they did Strayed Lights. That's what they did.
They did what?
Strayed Lights.
Straight.
That's all they've done.
Okay.
Considering what the launch price was for that was $12. I'm
Uh-huh.
assuming Storebound's gonna be cheap.
Yeah. What's Strayed Lights?
I don't know. I'm looking.
Oh, okay. Okay. Come back to
That's all they've done. It's $3.
Come back to that. So Storebound, you and your friends are trapped inside the infinite IKEA, and your job is to just get out. And you have to follow like these notes and clues and lore bits that former people who got trapped in it are leaving around the place. It's also got roguelite elements to it, which is really interesting. Like the items will switch around sometimes, like the things that go on in the rooms switch around, like doors and stuff.
What we played of it because we were bad was like 3 hours.
Yeah, it took us like 3 hours to get through the demo. It was really fun though. Like I did not want, like there was one point where I did want to stop, but then Christian motivated me to keep playing. And I'm happy that I did because it was really satisfying to finish the demo. It's really good, and I'm really
According to the
excited for it.
developers, the base price will be under $10 at launch.
Heck yeah. Okay, good to know.
You can buy it for both of us.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And then the other one, Yapyap. Explain Yapyap.
Freaking Yapyap, bro.
What the freak is a Yapyap?
So basically it requires you to use your mic because you're wizards and you have to yell your spells into the mic, and it sounds really stupid, but the premise of the game is you go to this archmage's tower and just vandalize it.
Yeah.
And it's a roguelike.
Yeah. And like, what about the spells? What kind of things is it having you yell out?
Freaking poopy dee poop and stuff.
I mean, it's the simple pleasure of like hearing your friends shout out stupid things, like up dog.
Oh no!
Up dog.
The one that never works.
The one that never works. So you're just shouting up dog, up dog, up dog over and over and over again.
By the way, Yap Yap's gonna be $9 too.
Heck yeah! Okay, awesome. I'm so excited.
You tell me and you both can drop $20.
That's exciting.
Both of our games that we want to play that are friend slap.
That is very exciting. That is very, very exciting. But yeah, those are both ones that you guys should be checking out. We played a bunch of other ones that are not.
How you add them to cart, bro?
Just add them to your wish list. But we did play some other friend slop, which we will probably bring up next episode if we talk more about Next Fest and that. They're just not specifically horror games, so we'll talk about those another time. But for now, those are the ones we're going to talk about. Now, indie horror. Christian, you do not have a lot of experience with indie horror. Nope. I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. Not the movie. I've still not seen that. I want to see it eventually. But I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly of indie horror. I've seen mascot horror. I've seen the dark depths of that. Bad depths of that. I was a FNAF fan once. It happened. I'm not gonna act like it didn't. I'm not gonna recommend it. So indie horror is more than just, well, indie horror and spooky, I gotta add that in there. It is more than just mascot horror. That's just the popular brand. I've got a wide variety of things here. Some I'm gonna talk about more than others, but all of them are recommendations. First one, Iron Lung. Iron Lung?
Dang it.
What?
Shut up.
Dude, I love Iron Lung.
Oh, also, November 17th for Storebound is early access, and it's only episodes 1 and 2.
Okay.
Or it's only going to be 2 hours long.
Okay.
But the next episodes it says the next 2 episodes will explore multiple timelines following different groups of characters.
Holy crap. That's exciting.
And it says, we want to ensure early supporters will get a fair deal right now and not for a future update. As a result, base price of the game will be under $10, and launch discount will run over the first week. Celebrate the launch. So they're saying if you are paying for the content you can play right now, not for the future updates. So we're going to get free updates.
Heck yeah. Okay. That's exciting.
Freaking launch sale. So we'll probably get it for like $5.
That's going to be awesome. That's really exciting. Is this what Shovel Knight felt like?
Probably.
Is this what Treasure Trove felt like?
How about your Treasure Trove?
Well, now it's like $30, $40, something like that. But when Shovel Knight launched, it launched at $15, and they're like, "Yeah, anybody who bought it when it was just $15, you get the rest." Like,
that's what I think they're doing.
Yeah. Okay. Iron Lung. It's only an hour and a half long. It is a very short game, but a very good game. And it is where you are on like an alien planet that's covered in blood, oceans of blood, and you are inside a submarine with no windows except for later on when they added a free update where they did make it so you can open the window. I think that kind of ruins the atmosphere, but you know,
You want to open the window, bro?
You really don't. Like there's nothing out there except for red. Like, but what you have to do is you have to use the navigation tools on your screen and with your compass.
I'm looking up Iron Lung window right now, bro.
What?
I'm looking up Iron Lung window right now.
Iron Lung window.
What the heck, bro?
What?
I opened the window in Iron Lung and this happened.
No. Oh,
There's
I
so
see
many
that.
clickbaits.
Oh, that is awful. Why are there so
I
many
made the
clickbaits?
ultimate exploration mod in Iron Lung by making it colored and in Windows
That's ridiculous.
so they can see the entire freaking game.
Why? That's the whole point of it, is it's setting an atmosphere. Like, you're not supposed to see out the window because you're supposed to be like freaked out. It's like the same thing as like a Junji Ito page turn. One of the things they talk about the most with Junji Ito comics is like there's the page turn, which is right before like the scariest page in the comic. They'll like have this big long explanation and then like the character's putting on like a horrified face and you have to turn the page and see what it is. And so with Iron Lung, they do the same thing where it's like, you know that there's something out there. You don't know what it is. You know that it's there. All you need to do is you have to walk to the back of the room and look out the camera, but you just got to get yourself to do it. And like, that is where the fear comes in, is like forcing yourself to go to the back of the room and take the picture and hope that it's not something terrifying. And it really, really works on everything that's doing. I really love all that Iron Lung does, and it's 1.5 hours.
And it's 1.5 hours.
And it's 1.5 hours. And I am very excited for whatever the heck is happening with the movie. Whatever the heck is happening with that movie. It's still not out. I don't know what's going on. There's a lot of things happening behind the scenes with that, but I'm still excited for it. And I'm really still hoping that it comes soon, even though we've been told it's coming soon for a very long while now. It's frustrating. Okay. What was that?
Making fun of you.
Uh-huh. Then we got Dredge. Dredge is really great. Dredge is a fishing game with Lovecraftian vibes. There's really not much more to say about it because I really can't say much more about it without spoiling. Like, so much of it is like you gotta experience it yourself. Dredge is really good. There's a lot of content in Dredge. The base game is 12.5 hours, and there are 2 DLC packs that are both like pretty sizable packs. So Dredge is great. I love Dredge. I think it's a real vibe. Oxenfree. This is also one that I cannot say much about if you have not played it. I can only give like a base premise without spoiling. That one's 5.5 hours. There's also a sequel out. I haven't played it yet, but I've played the first one, and it was really good. Oxenfree is a multiple choice adventure game where you play as a group of teenagers that end up on an island where weird like radio frequency based horrors keep happening. And
what do you mean radio frequency based horror?
You gotta see it yourself. You gotta see it yourself to understand what I mean. Like, it all has to do with like the radio or something. It all has to do with frequencies. But it's really good. In your mind. It's really good. It's got a lot of really good twists. The characters, oh my goodness, the writing's so good. I forgot. The dialogue is really, really well written. It feels very real. It's so solid. So that one's good to check out. I got one more that I'm gonna like briefly talk about, and then one big one that I want to talk about and like really spend time on. And it was the one I teased earlier. So the one that I will talk about briefly real quick, the one mascot horror that I would still recommend to this day, the only one that I think has any merit, Bendy and the Ink Machine.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
The original Bendy and the Ink Machine, just the base game. I know nothing about the sequel. I know nothing about it whatsoever. I have heard completely separate things about it, and I know nothing about it. Bendy and the Ink Machine, the original game, 7 hours long. Very solid experience. Very solid indie horror experience. Very interesting world. very contained game. Like, it's all contained within one location, and so the story is very contained because of that. It restrains itself really, really well. I really enjoy it. I think it's the best mascot horror. I think it's the one that works the best. And then the big one, the 3-hour-long masterpiece that I will probably never play again because of just, and this is like a big content warning right on there. Big ol'
Content warning.
Content warning. Content warning. So big ol' like warning on there. This is a heavy game. Very, very heavy. Very, very good if you take the time to spend with it. Mouthwashing. This game is probably the best thing that I've played from last year.
The best gift you've ever received.
Best gift I ever received.
I bought it for you.
You did. Thank you. Holy crap. What an experience Mouthwashing is. Mouthwashing is 3 hours long. I recommend playing it when you are at your most sleep deprived. It adds to the experience. Mouthwashing is about a crew on a space station that just proves further and further as they spiral down in their decision making.
They are deprived.
They are so totally depraved in every possible way. Every single person in this game is an awful person.
You love it.
I love it so much because it just says so much about how depraved people are. And like, I spent like 30 seconds talking about it when I initially played it. I could talk for hours about this game and like the things that this game talks about. Like the things that this game talks about masculinity, the things that this game talks about how sexual assault is treated in the workplace, especially in like a tight-knit workplace, how it's kind of just shrugged off sometimes. Not even sometimes, like pre-Me Too, like it was just like you'd be told that it would be like, it's just a one-time thing, it's not that bad. And then you see the repercussions of like shrugging it off. It says a lot about pride, a lot about like false heroes. The captain, it's a dual protagonist game. You switch between playing as what you perceive as being the best person on the crew to...
He's actually the worst.
No, he's not the worst, but he's, I guess, the best person on the crew, I guess. And then you switch between him and the worst person on the crew. Because it time jumps between the present and the past over and over and over again. And how you tell the difference is by the protagonist. And so the captain of the crew, you perceive that he's the best person, and he probably is. He probably is the best person on the crew. Does not mean he's a good person. He is not a good person whatsoever. He is a very, like...
Stop being mean to him.
He is I'm going to save the day. I'm the hero. I've got this. Don't worry, guys. I'm such a good person. Like, I'm going to save everybody. Do not worry. And like,
Stop being mean to him.
But like, this is something I've been dealing with in my own life for years and years and years. It's just this hero complex of like...
You have a hero complex?
Yeah, I have a hero complex. It's bad. It's like really bad, and I gotta fight it every single day.
Does it make you feel better that you're not my hero?
That does make me feel a lot better. A whole lot better. Holy crap. I need to be told that more often, because biblically, we gotta like not even just say that we're not the hero, but just straight up say like, we don't need to be a part of any of this. Like, we're lucky that God's using us. Like, that doesn't make us a hero that he's using us. That doesn't make us a hero. That just means that he's using us. Like, you're not the one doing that.
That just makes me think of that one clip on the like that meme on the news where the guy's like, yeah, is your dad your superhero? And he goes, yeah. And then the dad's like...
What did the dad say?
He's like trying not to laugh in the background.
Oh, jeez.
You know about that?
No, I don't know about that. But you switch between him, who like you really like realize he's not a good person after you play the game and you're thinking about it a lot, because you will think about this game a lot. I still think about this game a lot. But the other person is just openly like, oh yeah, no, he's an awful person. Like, it is like not even like hidden. Like, as you play as him, you're like, this guy sucks. We don't got much more time to record. Not much more time. So I'm still limited on the things I can say about Mouthwashing. All I'll say is experience it yourself. Think about the depravity of each of the characters. Think about, like, spend time thinking about, like, why...
Think about how great of people they are.
Take your time thinking about how awful each person is on the crew. Like, do see that and do understand that, but understand the complexity of every character and understand the motive behind every character. And like, a majority of those motives are gonna be bad. One of them is just fueled by alcohol, and like, he's totally fine by that. Like, he's totally fine about that. He admits, like, yeah, no, my best days were when I was like blackout drunk and my hands were covered in glass. Like, he is a messed up guy. But taking that time and seeing that, you can look at that and then you can look at yourself and you can be like, okay, well, first of all, what does God say about all this depravity and about all these things and what should change? And then look at yourself and see, like, how can this change things that are in me? So yeah, Mouthwashing, great experience. Also says a lot about capitalism, but we're not going to get into that. Christian, we got one more thing to talk about, and it's a thing that you teased at the beginning, and we don't have to have a full conversation about it, but basically, don't fear the scary things in the world. God is bigger than the boogeyman.
Yeah.
He's bigger than Godzilla and the monsters on TV. God's bigger than the boogeyman, and I forgot what the next line of the song is.
Yeah.
VeggieTale
that basically was what we were trying to say the entire time.
VeggieTale being real right now. That's something else you should spend your time doing this Halloween, is rewatching Where's God When I'm so Scared. Take the time to rewatch Where's God When I'm Scared. Cause that's a heater. It's like 30 minutes long. Half an hour. It's in the theme song. It's right there. It's a great thing. Watch, I'm gonna swap the outro music for God is Bigger Than the Boogeyman.
No.
I'm kidding.
So cringe.
I'm kidding. Maybe I'll sneak it in there somewhere. Oh, God is bigger than the boogeyman, and he's watching out for you and me. That was the other line. That's it. That's the line.
It's so cringe, bro.
It's not. It's a good lesson. God's bigger than the boogeyman. Do you believe that? Do you believe God's bigger than the boogeyman, Christian?
Yeah.
Do you believe God's bigger than Godzilla and the monsters on TV?
Yeah.
Do you believe that God's bigger than the boogeyman? And that he's watching out for you and me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Are you done now?
Yes, I am.
Thank you.
Okay, we can do the outro now.
All right, goodbye.
What? No, okay, we got full outro this. Also, we got this is like the last time we do an outro for a season episode. Isn't that crazy?
Crap.
Isn't that crazy to think about that?
Not really.
Yeah, not really.
Are you feeling it right now?
I'm feeling it.
Feeling the mass depression?
No, I'm actually very happy we're not doing seasons anymore after this episode. Okay.
So I don't have to be like, what episode are we doing again?
What are we doing again? The one where you talk about freaking Croc. I don't know.
Yeah, you ready to talk about Croc, bro?
You ready to talk about Croc, bro?
Actually, we're still stuck into the console.
Yeah, we're still doing those. But outside of that,
gonna shove them back. We're gonna shove them in season 1, and act like they've been there forever, though.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not putting them in the new season.
If I can find a way to organize it where all the episodes will just go back to the beginning, and that'll just be like the official season 1, and it'll actually replace it, I'm gonna try and do that. So for any current listeners in October of 2025, here's the episode. Listen to it before it moves backwards. Okay, Patreon. Fund the Patreon. Do all you can to help us out there.
Any wondrous donations yet?
No wondrous donations yet. What we will spend that on, because we want to be open and honest about that, is a mic for Christian. Maybe some sound. Sound foam. That'd be very nice.
Dude, are you talking about acoustic padding, bro?
Yeah, bro. It's good stuff. It helps.
I don't have any room. I don't have anywhere to put acoustic padding that works in my setup, bro. Right?
Walls.
Okay, bro.
And maybe I
need a new mic though.
You do need a new mic. And pop filters, that'd be nice for the mics. Yeah.
Pop filters.
Yeah, it's like the little foam thing you put on top.
Should I get a used mic?
I was just thinking we save up for the one that I have for consistency's sake.
Nah, bro, I wanted the one that they're using on that one podcast.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Like the Audio Technicas? That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah,
I'll just steal one from your church, bro.
There we go. Support us on Patreon, but more importantly, support us through prayer, because that's more powerful than money. Support us through prayer. That'll do so much more, because that's not just pray that like we grow in popularity and that we succeed and all that. No, pray that we ourselves are humbled, and pray that we ourselves are used purely for God's sake. That is our main goal that we want to reach in every single thing we do, is that we are doing this humbly, and we are doing this in a way where we are doing it for him. Join the Discord to have some cool conversations about God and games. Buy some merch. Share the show. We are a word-of-mouth show, so any way you can share it with others who would enjoy it would be super beneficial. Credit to the team: Rylan Anderson, our producer and graphic designer; Colton Anderson, our creative and content advisor. Credit to our theme composer, R. Snyder, for the opening song Happy Town and the outro song Sunsets. His Spotify is always linked below. If you're on Spotify, scroll down to the comments and tell us what you thought of the episode. If you're on Apple Podcasts, download the episode, give us a 5-star review.
If you want Henry to leave.
Dang. If you're on any other podcast platform, do whatever it is that you need to do on those to support people. And if you're on YouTube, subscribe and hit the like button, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any new episodes. Check out the show's Spotify account. I have lovingly made playlists of worship music inspired by the themes we discuss in the bonus episodes. This is the new version of Song Time. Find us on Substack at Courage Wisdom Power Official. And remember to have the courage to stand up for the faith, the wisdom to speak God's word, and the power to
and
live
the
for
power
Lord.
in everything we do.
Because
Goodbye forever.
Goodbye forever.
Seasons
1 through 6.
Seasons 1 through 6, rip.
R.I.P. seasons 1 through 6. They're still alive. We're just not doing the seasons anymore. Off we go into our rebirth era.
Yes.
Yes.
Welcome to HD 2D remake.
Welcome to HD 2D remake. Welcome to Reunion Crisis Core.
I don't want to talk about Zach ever again, bro.
Me neither. But you're going to have to once you tell us about Reunion. So that's your tease, guys. That's your tease. We'll see you in like...
You mean Rebirth? I'm not talking about Reunion, bro.
Rebirth. I meant Rebirth. We'll see you guys in like 5 days when the Superstar Saga episode drops.
Christian's got to lock in.
Because we're recording on Sunday.
That freaking barrel puzzle, bro.
It's not that bad, bro.
Yes, it is.
No barrel
I can't do
puzzles.
it.
Which barrel puzzle? Which one?
The one in the ship.
In the ship? Dude, it's not that bad.
Do it, bro.
It's not that bad. Dude, it's really not that bad. You just got to line them up.
I can't do it. I've been trying. I tried for like 30 minutes last night.
Have you ever played 2048 in your life?
I hate it. I hate that game. I'm bad at it.
Oh, I'm so sorry, dude. Okay.
You're going to hear about this. I promise you guys. You're going to hear about this.
You will hear about the crappy minigames. Anyways, we'll have that finished, and we're going to record on Sunday.
Dude, I'll probably finish like 20 minutes before we record.
Not going to lie.
Are you done?
Might be the night before.
Are you done?
The last segment's really long, but it's really heat.
I'm going to do it when I get home tonight.
Yeah, lock in tonight.
Last night most of the time at night I'm just like, yo, I don't want to boot up my CRT and turn on my GameCube and freaking...
You just gotta lock in. Okay.
And I started playing Okami because it was already hooked up.
We'll see you guys next time, which will
All right,
be
see you guys.
In like just over a week. So
we'll miss you. We'll never be back. Goodbye forever.
Bye-bye.
And you're done with retirement.
Bye-bye. Retiring early. Goodbye.